Reigniting old leads is simple. S, storage. I, info. M, medium. P, plan. L is have a lure. And E is execute.
S is for storage. I am in sales, and for me, having a CRM is super important. Somewhere that you can store all your leads, that you can make notes about that customer, and that you can always have like a next contact point planned. When we talk about our clients, once they start tracking that and start deciding when they're going to reach out next, when you're on site and you're there doing the work, that starts you thinking like that. And you start to think, hey, oh, that's something that we could do to help these guys next. And then you can put that in your notes. And then you've got that reason to reach out to the old flame.
Because we're talking about reigniting old leads here, but our end outcome that we're trying to achieve here is that people don't have to reignite it. There's essentially, after you build this process into your business, it's a nurture sequence. It's not sporadic. It's not like, you know what, I think I might reignite my leads today. We want to move away from that. You want to know what's going on. So S, storage.
The next one is I, and it's information. For a client of ours, what do you think is the right information?
Okay, let's go with simple ones. Like one, what's the person's name? What's their address? Where are they located? What is it they actually wanted? What are the services that they wanted? What was important to them? Was it that the budget was the highly important thing? Was it the outcome? You know, was it the time in which it was completed? Like, what is actually important? We talk about the iron triangle. I talk about the iron triangle. Iron triangle is essentially the three main reasons why people make a service-based trade purchase. One is the time. When can the job be completed by? Yep. The next one is ultimately, this is the budget. Does it fit within my budget? And the final one is the outcome. You know, what do I actually get for the money that I'm going to put in? And everyone always thinks that the most important one is budget. But every client is actually different around what is important to them. So if you want to talk about information, that has to be in there. Like, where do those three things sit as well?
What about some personal stuff? Like, do they have a dog? Do they have kids? Does he go for the nights? You know?
Yeah.
You know, like that sort of stuff, I think does help you to remember who that person is as a person when you're looking at your own notes, and then reconnect with them when you talk to them again.
So medium, and really important. Identify the different ways in which you can actually reach out to someone, and the different ways in which you can reignite old leads.
Text, email, phone call, walking in.
DMs.
I feel like it's good to use different ones, but you got to kind of read the room as well, like, and see who your person is and work out what medium is going to work best for them and be most effective for them.
P, I think my spelling goes right. Have a plan. Have a plan around how, what, why, when.
So look at the year, look at the seasonal things. So how can you get ahead of the curve for certain seasonal things? If you're in aircon and you know that this time of year is busy, reach out to people early and say, hey, I know we're going to be flat out in a month's time. Why don't we come in this month? Maybe it's around proximity. Maybe it's like, hey, my team's out your way next week. Can we drop in and do that X, Y, Z that we were looking at last time we were out your way?
You've also got things like calendar events, Christmas period, New Year period, Christmas in July, Easter. Like, these are all ideal opportunities to check in, touch base, reach out to our old leads.
And with that plan, I think as well, if you've gone and done some work for someone, always have a next contact point on that lead. If it's gotten to 6 months and you haven't found a reason to call them, just call them and say, hey, I know it's been 6 months since we're out there. Is there anything you guys need from us?
L.
The lure.
The lure. Entice, excite, create intrigue, get people to take note that maybe we're a little different, whatever it might be.
Create urgency.
There's lots of different things that lures can be, but ultimately it's a reason with some substance as to, hey, I'm here with a gift box, or hey, we've had an opening, or hey, we've got a deal going on, discounts, things like that. Lure the person in, get them hungry again. And then finally, execute.
Do it.
Just do it.
Get it done.
Just get it done. And I reckon that's where most people fail, is they overthink it all. They try and get this massive whatever, how do I do this? Whereas at the end of the day, if you just make the call, you are far more likely to close the client or get a new client than if you didn't make the call.
And wouldn't you say we bring it right back to what we were talking about at the beginning, which was, you know, from me talking to people who don't have a coach in their corner to people that do. You know, every 2 weeks they're catching up with their coach and they have to do it. They have to execute. Otherwise, you guys are kicking their ass.
Reigniting old leads is simple. S, storage. I, info. M, medium. P, plan. L is have a lure, and E is execute.
It's pretty simple, really.